Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I got the Ontario here, the TAC 1. Just an awesome knife. I got this one in trade. I still haven't touched up. There's a little bit of chipping going on here. I don't know what the previous owner tried to cut with it, but anyway, I was doing a little bit of choppy hack stuff out here, trying some feather sticks and stuff, and I want to make a little video giving you an update on Ontario. But first, I'm going to throw it at this tree, just because it's fun. This is definitely not a throwing knife, but let's see if it'll stick here. Ready? All right. It does stick, but that's not in frame, so let's try again. I'm looking to hit it about here. Is that something like that? All right, let's try that one more time. A little higher. A 1, a 2, a 3. Here we go, a little better, I guess. Let's go ahead and just stick it in where I want it so you guys can get a good view of this. That's a little better. All right. So, Ontario Knives. Let's talk about it. I got a message from someone on Instagram, and their handle is as.sharp.as.i.can.c. As sharp as I can see. So this is a viewer who reached out, and he let me know of another YouTuber, and I haven't seen this guy before, but I like his videos, so I might subscribe. His name is Cutting Board Reviews CBR. So he's a knife guy on YouTube, and as sharp as I can see, was letting me know that this guy reached out to Ontario, got an update on basically their plans, like what are they going to do, right? So if you don't know, if you haven't followed this little story, they were purchased by Blue Ridge Knives. Blue Ridge Knives is an extremely well-known wholesaler. This is a massive corporation. They spent $2.1 million to buy not only the rights to Ontario, but their entire stock, all the stuff they had. Now, Blue Ridge, they send knives to dealers all over the country and around the world, right? So like I said, they're a wholesaler. If you're looking to buy, I don't know, 700 knives from Ontario, you'd reach out to them, and those are the people to talk to, right? Instead of just going to a dealer. So you go past the dealer to a wholesaler. And so that's what they do. Now, I've known about Blue Ridge Knives for many years. So in this deal, they bought the rights to their name, obviously their entire inventory, and with the intention of continuing it as a company. So the good news is they're still going to make Ontario knives, and they're still going to have the Ontario brand. Also good news is they did say, and I encourage you to watch his video again, it's Cutting Board Reviews CBR. His video, you know, it's something in the title. I mean, look at recent videos. I think it was like 2 or 3 videos back where he was talking about, you know, a phone interview with Ontario. And the guy on the phone was able to tell him that, yes, they're still going to make the knives. They're still going to make them here in America. But he couldn't answer what would happen to the, what was it, 53 or 56 employees. So obviously they were making them in New York. There's 56 employees for the company. And, you know, no one really knows for sure. He couldn't confirm where they're going to make them in America. Like I said, Blue Ridge is located in Virginia. It's possible they'll, you know, have a plant there or already have something they can use. But we don't really know for sure. Now, for 56 random people who worked in New York making these knives to change their lives and move, you know, out west to, you know, to continue having a job, that's probably not likely. So unfortunately, those people probably will no longer make those knives. That's just the reality of business. You know, it happens all the time. It's very sad though. You know, you go to work every day in and out, and just one day they're like, hey, we're moving, and you're SOL. That's just how it works. So for that, I'm very sad. I'm sad to hear that news, but I am happy to hear they're going to continue making Ontario knives, and I'm very happy to hear they're going to continue making them in America. I think that's very important. All right, so we got a quick little ad here. This video was sponsored by Traction Uranium. All right, there's their tickers. All right, if you're in the US, it's TRCTF. I do, in fact, actually invest in this company already. So governments all around the world are realizing that renewable energy was a nice thing to do, and it's not going to last. Nuclear power is extremely important for the world, not just here in America. America obviously uses a ton of nuclear power. Something like 20% of homes are powered by nuclear power. And where do you get the energy for the nuclear power? Well, you get it from uranium. And if you don't follow the market, uranium price is going up, and up. All right, the demand is shooting through the roof. Therefore, there's a ton of potential for all these different uranium stocks. Traction uranium is, again, something that I personally invest my own money into. I do believe in it, very much so. It is very high risk, high reward. All right, so when we've seen some, even in the last 2 years, some price increases of 100%, 200%, 300% in the uranium space. So if you are looking for something to invest and you want to take that big risk for a big, big reward, this might be a stock you want to check out. Now, I think uranium stocks are a win across the board, but why would you pick Traction Uranium specifically? Well, for me, it was because they have projects in the Athabasca Basin in Canada. Back in 1975, there was a discovery of 200 million pounds in reserve. That is enough uranium to run the entire world for a full year. All right, and they're starting projects down the road from that. All right, back to the video. First off, the sun kind of tucked behind some clouds, so we can actually see that knife a lot better now. Also, I want to thank you, watching these little promotional ads every now and again, which clearly isn't very often. They do really help support the channel. This happens to be something I personally believe in, that's why I don't mind advertising for it. But instead of doing an entire video just on that, I wanted to try this, just popping it into a different video. But anyway, so back to the subject at hand. Ontario Knives, I want to hear you guys' opinion on it. First off, do you like Ontario Knives? For me, they've been around forever. When I first got into knives, early to mid 90s, I had a bunch of their fixed blades. In fact, when I first got into fixed blades, K-Bar was there, Buck was there for me, Ontario was there, Condor Knives. These were all brands that were extremely popular. They were all pretty affordable, sub $100 models, a lot of them anyway. Later on, the Ontario rat folders were just immensely popular. I actually looked around, I wanted to show one in this video. Believe it or not, I do not have them. I've probably had 2 or 3 dozen different rat models. They've all been traded. Just because people love them so much, they always ask for them. So when I'm doing trades, I'll throw them in there, here and there. And I don't have one. So I actually have to probably go out of my way now to get one back into the collection. But this one here, this is the most recent of the Ontario stuff. That's why I keep showing it in these videos, is because this is what I've been testing mostly. I took this camping, it was fantastic. Like I said, just have to, deal with this little bit of chipping. It's from like my pointer fingernail to my thumb fingernail. It's just that little section there. I don't know if you could probably see it here in video, but yeah, I mean, fantastic knife. Again, made in the US of A. I'm glad to hear that they're going to continue to be made in the US of A. It's just, not in New York anymore. So maybe Virginia, we'll have to wait and see. I am extremely sad to see and hear that these people lost their jobs. Maybe a few of them end up traveling. Maybe they get offered a job, maybe not. I don't know. Like I said, the person in the interview who's representing Ontario Knives, they basically said they're not in a position to talk about that. I forget, I'm paraphrasing. I don't know their exact words, but they didn't want to mention it, because what are they going to say on the phone? No, those people lost their jobs, we're moving on. It just doesn't sound good, right? But anyway, fantastic knife. Definitely not a throwing knife, but super fun to throw anyway. And of course the sun came back out, so it's difficult to see again. But anyway, I just want to give you guys an update. I'm very, very happy to hear that they are going to continue to make these here in America. But more details to come, I guess, down the road. I'll certainly give you guys an update. If you hear anything, please feel free to comment on this video or reach out in messages, because I like to keep, spreading this info. The person who originally, talked to me about this was surprised that no one was really, discussing it much. So, if I can get the info out there, that'd be fantastic. So, again, let me know down in the comment section, who's fans of Ontario? What's your favorite Ontario blade? I like them all. Really, I haven't had anything that I didn't like. It's just preference, whether it's bigger or smaller, handle shape. This happens to be good. I'm not doing a full review right now, but very comfortable in the hand. Nice and thick, just super nice little scales here. Very simple design. Just a fun little outdoor knife, right? And fantastic with woodworking. So anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.